Welcome to the 100k Club podcast, your go-to place for equipping yourself with the tools and strategies that you need so that you can reach the next level in your personal income. It's the 100k Club mission to build the next generation of high-income earners. And in these podcasts, we talk about the things that, not just the things you can physically do, the strategies, but also the things that get in the way. Because look, we live in an age right now where you can go on the internet and you can get all the information that you need. It's all there. The thing is, we're in the information age, right? What we actually need is more wisdom. What do I mean by that? Well, think of it this way. We've got so much resource around it that we don't really know where to look. Yeah, what do? We ask Google, we go ask YouTube. And then we go on to Google and we ask you and go on to YouTube, and what comes up is the best person who's good at marketing or SEO. Yeah. So how do you know that that's the right person that's right for you? Just because they're great at getting out there and creating awareness doesn't mean they're fucking right and the right person for you in your life. So understanding that just because it's good for somebody else doesn't mean it's going to be great for you, and that's what we're talking about today. And the topic of this is the wolf you feed, guys. The wolf you feed is the wolf that wins. We've spoke about it before. If you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And this goes on to the wolf that you feed is the wolf that wins. Because if you're feeding the wolf of self-doubt, self-sabotage, looking for reasons, seeking information from gurus on Google just because they're good at marketing and may have a bigger audience because they've triggered some stuff that people like, doesn't mean they're the right person for helping you reach that goal, which specifically we're talking about today is the 100k. Well, that's what we do on this podcast, how to get you to that 100k club and beyond. Because the thing is, guys, when you reach the 100k, by the time you're there, you'll realise it's nothing to do with fucking making 100k. Yeah? It's nothing to do with that. It's about making impact. The 100k club was just to get this whole awareness raised by people that are hungry in the first place, and then to move beyond that 100k. Yeah? So it's the same for anything that you see on social media or YouTube, right? Whatever you type in that search engine is just the top of the iceberg of your understanding. The depth of the iceberg comes from when that person actually starts to give you some clarity about what it actually takes, if they ever fucking do. Okay? So the 100k club, we want to get you there, but then you'll start to quickly realize that there's more to it than just the 100k. Why is that important? Well, people don't just make 100k. Yeah, they don't go out there one day and go, I'm going to go and do it, and do all this fucking stuff, and then it arrives on their doorstep. They have to build a character that can go beyond 100k, and that's what this is about. Now, before you even clicked on this podcast, did you even realise that I'd be talking about building a character that can get you there, or do you think I was just going to give you a lot of strategies? And that's really difficult to put that across in a few sentences or a few words on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube. Yeah, the hook to get people interested in the first place. So we're going to talk about character a lot during this podcast, but that's not the thing that really attracted people in the first place. Now, I'm giving you this information and I'm being very, very real about it. Why is this important? It's to give you the awareness that you could be feeding the wolf that's not right for what you think you actually need to do, right? So what does that look like? Well, I'll go onto Google and I'll just realise, let's use something in business, emotional intelligence, okay? I do a PhD in organisational psychology, yeah? I realise what emotional intelligence is. But for somebody who just wants to present a little bit to their manager or present something in a few fucking slides, emotional intelligence can be explained in one picture that you just Google and all of a sudden that person's a fucking expert in it. Yeah? Do you really think it works like that? Now, the difference is, if you ask me to go up on stage and speak about emotional intelligence, I'd be able to do backflips, Yeah, I'll be able to go around that stage, answer any question with complete confidence and certainty because I know my shit when it comes to organisational psychology, i.e. emotional intelligence. So there's the difference, isn't it? This 100k club is about building that character so that you can go out there and not just talk shit in front of a few people just to impress them around a few topics. It's about the wisdom. Right? We're not in an information age. We are. We're at the peak of the information age. But where does it go from here? We've got fucking ChatGPT, AI, writing like humans using artificial intelligence. Where does it go beyond that? Wisdom. Yeah? The 10% of the people that are actually fucking doing it, not pretending to do it. That's the difference. And those are the people that will move forward. And that's what I need you to do as a leader moving towards 100k club. And a leader can be a leader in your life, a leader in business, a leader in sport, a leader in whatever you do. You've got to make that fucking decision that this is what you're going to do. You are going to be the leader in this. And nothing is going to get in the way. The wolf you feed is the wolf that wins. What do you want to be the leader of? Do you want to be the leader of... Here's the thing, right? So we go and find some things. We see somebody on YouTube give us a bit of information. We subscribe to them because guess what? They want you to subscribe to them. They're good at marketing. They'll get you to keep following it. And then you start to follow them on Instagram and then they'll be a part of your world because people go on Facebook and Instagram regularly throughout the day. So that person is now ingrained into your world. We start to follow them and then we start to believe their shit. Okay? Well, that person does it. This person is doing it over in America, but you're somebody in South Africa where it may not work exactly the same. Well, I'll give you a guarantee it doesn't. Or somebody in Australia and somebody in the UK or somebody in India or somebody in Switzerland. Everywhere is different. It doesn't mean that you should replicate that person because their world is different. Now, it's good to take the learnings from it, but also be humble about this, yeah? Be open-minded that learning, just because they say it, doesn't mean it applies to your world, okay? So the amount of people I see out there trying to act as though they're fucking Gary Vaynerchuk, yeah? That have never even been to New York. Have you... It blows my mind. I went to New York, yeah? I'm British. I went to New York and I found people extremely rude, abrupt, short. People don't even hold doors open for each other. But in the New York culture, it's probably because they're so busy and need to be places that they may not have time. I don't fucking know. Yeah? But then people are trying to replicate and be exactly like somebody who's a New York influencer. So here's the thing, right? The wolf you feed is the wolf that wins. So if you're feeding that wolf that you're going to be like this person, then guess what? You're going to go and do that thing that may not be right for what is going to lead to your 100k or your success, right? The things that you hear on this podcast, I'm going to give you the things that take you to 100k. But a lot of people out there are trying to listen to people that are talking about how they're going to make 100 million. Then they're not even people aren't even at 100k yet. If you want to go and listen to podcasts about 100 million, go and fucking do it. But for me, that's too big a jump to go from one to the other. Yeah? So we've really got to knuckle down here. What is the specific thing that we need to be working on? Because I see so many fucking people, business owners, entrepreneurs, executives, taking on all this stuff from a world of social media right now where it's fed to us. Bang, 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 from Instagram, Facebook, next post, next post, next post, next post. There's the next thing, there's the next thing. Bright, shiny object syndrome, overload. Yeah? You get what I mean by bright, shiny object syndrome? It's like a magpie, right? You shine a bright, shiny object, they'll go over to the next one, and they'll forget about that one to go to another one. Yeah? We need to focus on, right, for the next 3 months, I'm going to knuckle down, and I'm going to work the fuck out of being the best I can be on learning this topic. I'm going to get the books. I'm going to follow the right people. I'm going to listen to people that people don't even know about just to get some learnings about what the next level is for me. Not what the big influencers and gurus are saying. Just the next steps I can take in the learnings, lock it in. And remember, wisdom age. What does wisdom age mean? Go and do it. Go and try it. Go and play with it. Go and learn it, experience it, have a play, then lock in the learnings. And the amount of people out there doing YouTube videos, podcasts on fucking stuff that they've never even experienced or done, yet they're willing to go out there and help people. Yeah. Just look on social media right now. Yeah. Everything is about AI. All of a sudden, overnight, everyone is a fucking IT, AI technician, guru. Yeah, I've got clients that are IT specialists, right? They've spent their whole life studying code and all this stuff that is beyond my knowledge. I'm not even going to pretend to understand it. Yeah, I'll be humble about this. I'm not the expert in this sort of stuff, and I don't need to be. I just need to be the expert in getting people to take the next fucking steps towards 100k. But these people are out there and they've dedicated their life, university degrees, they're researchers, doctors, the lot, for someone to come along and pretend that is just great at marketing, that they understand AI to its fullest potential. Yeah? Bullshit. But why do we listen to them? Why do we follow them? Why do we let that be the wolf that we feed? Well, it's because we respect them. We've seen what they do. They're better influencers. It's a world of influencers right now where the influencers get millions of followers, and if they say something, it's true. But when a professor says something that is their whole life dedicated to it, then, well, so-and-so on a podcast said that wasn't true, so I'm going to go and believe that person. And guess what? 6 months down the line, that person on the podcast is actually apologizing for what they've just said because they didn't understand it at the time. The person that was the specialist is actually light years ahead of the influencers. So what does this mean? Yeah. What we're going at here is we've got to be conscious of what is the wolf that we're feeding. Because I've used the example before. There's a lot of things around mindfulness, meditation, and I've practiced it a lot. I used to have good friends in the Buddhist monastery that I wanted to go and learn it, experience it, and delve into it and dive into it. It's fantastic stuff. But one thing I'm sure of is that the 10 days I was on a silent retreat in the middle of a forest in Australia was not getting work done. And there's one thing for sure right now is that no matter what you want to do to be successful, it's about adding value to people's lives. It's about being extremely effective. Yeah, being effective. Now, the argument is that if you're in better mind space or head space, then you are going to be a more effective person when you go out there. But if you're not actually doing it, sitting on a rock times sitting on a rock does not equal effective. Sitting on a rock, getting your headspace in the right space so you can go out there and do more effective stuff is effective. Okay? So there's a bit of a formula there, isn't there? So what we need to be concentrating on here is that the effectiveness is what we're after, not following an influencer and saying, hey, look, this person is all about, sitting in cold lakes, or just about meditation, or just about something that isn't about getting to the 100k. Remember, though, the wolf that we're feeding by listening to this podcast is, how do we get to that 100k club? Right? So, what am I saying here? Make sure that you keep the focus. Keep that end in mind. Keep that destination of where you're going. If your goal is to become a high-performing executive, we've got to do the stuff that allows us to become a high-performance executive. What does that look like? Taking care of our learning, taking care of our mind, taking care of our health, what we put in our bodies, our nutrition, because at the end of the day, your body is the vehicle for your success. And if you can't fucking look after your own body through discipline of right nutrition and exercise, then guess what? You haven't got much chance in having the right discipline when it comes to growing a role, a job, a business. Yeah? So it's got to start from somewhere, hasn't it? And that's about building character. Yeah, getting the right character. So look, I'm not saying don't follow a load of great people. That I always go for the filter. Does this person make me question myself or make me feel good when I'm actually seeing it? So when I say that, it doesn't mean about just following people that make you feel good. It's also like, maybe this is a reality check and I should follow them here to help me go towards that goal. So if your goal is to get into the 100K club, don't feed the wolf that's turning around and going, oh, let's just be humble and let's just hold back and I'm more about the humble approach and money is the root of all evil and things like. Yeah, that's great for their world, but you're a 100K club earner. So I could actually argue there that the following of these people is actually an excuse for you not doing the fucking hard work that it takes. Yeah? You've got to get real here, ladies and gents. This is not going to be easy. It does take hard work, right? It does take balance. It does take having that character, that mindset, the different pillars of what you're going to take, what it's going to take for you to go to that next level. It's going to take your excitement, your dopamine levels to be at their pinnacle all the time. So what does that mean? Yeah, looking after yourself, exercising, nutrition, feeding the brain with the right information. Most of all, having purpose, yeah? Having complete purpose of, I'm on this journey, this is where I'm going, okay? My purpose, personally, I said it at the start, yeah? The 100K Club mission is to give people more opportunity so they can become high earners. My personal Lewis Haydon purpose is, I believe that everybody should have the opportunity to step into wealth. I am no different to you, yeah? If I can do it, you can do it. A lot of people will argue that and say, well, yeah, this, and this, and this. Well, there's the evidence, right? You're feeding the excuse, not the fucking hard work that it's going to take. So you can choose your belief of what you want around this. But is that belief serving you right now? Is that belief getting you forward? You see people, I see it all the time, people going to the supermarket, buying lottery tickets, getting excited about that's going to be the winner. This one's going to be the winner. This one. And they do it like it's all strategic and planned out which lottery ticket they pick. Do you put so the belief there is that, I look at this and go, you're putting your fucking success into some hope that a lottery ticket is going to be the quick fix solution. For somebody who's listening right now to the 100K Club, I'd have thought by now that you understand that this is not an easy job. This is going to take discipline and effectiveness and becoming a character. That there is a proven way, an evidence-based way of getting to the success. Going and putting it down onto a few dollar, a few pound lottery ticket is a belief that isn't serving this person. If you look at some of the people that buy these lottery tickets, right, they can't afford fucking lottery tickets in the first place. Yeah? They shouldn't be buying them. They shouldn't be buying the fucking things in the first place. There should be, what? Yeah? You see where I'm going with this? Is that the belief that they're going to win one day through luck is the thing that's got them to the situation that they're in today. Yeah, and I'm not here to judge what someone's success is, but we're judging here on the success definition of the 100K Club. So the point is that it's about a belief, right? The belief that some people have is that it's down to luck, whether you're born into it, whether the lottery ticket pays for it, whether you get given it or donated it one day. It's all a belief. But the belief I need you guys to feed, the wolf I need you guys to feed, as 100K listeners, is that anybody can become successful if they are effective and put the work in. What do I mean by effective? It's no good just climbing that ladder. Hard work, hustle, burnout, and then realizing that you're either burning yourself out, so you're not an effective person, or that ladder is up the wrong fucking wall, and you climb up it. It takes 10 years to get to the top, and when you're at the top of it, you look around and go, man, I should be over there, not here. You've climbed the wrong mountain, mate. So stand guard to the gateway of your mind. Be conscious of the wolf that you feed. Yeah? Think of it like this. There's a black wolf, there's a white wolf. If you keep feeding that black wolf negativity, excuses, things that you see on social media that talk you out of becoming successful. I've just triggered some stuff, right? About people that buy lottery tickets. And I'm going to be real as fuck about it because that's who I am. It pisses me off. Now, that might trigger a lot of people here that do buy lottery tickets. Yeah? And they'll go, well, Lewis, I don't agree with that because of this, and this, and this. Well, and then people will start to give evidence for it because there's proof of someone that they know who once won the lottery and won millions. Yeah? That's the point. You're feeding the wolf of luck. Yeah? You're feeding that wolf of luck. You're finding evidence to support your belief because you want to hold on to it, right? And this is just an example. Yeah, I'm using an extreme example. Is that people will defend their belief, right? Why? Because they don't want to get real about it. They don't want to get real about the reality being that it's all hard work and that it is possible for them to do it as well. And that's why they're in the situation that they're in. Look on the other side, the other wolf. Whilst people are here bitching, complaining, yeah, making excuses, the other wolf is there going, right, okay, I'm going to go and read some books. I'm going to go and listen to some podcasts. I'm going to go and find some people that are just that little step ahead of me so I can learn from them. And once I've learned from them, I'll be at another level where I can go and learn from somebody else who's ahead of them. Yeah, that's the point. But a lot of people won't listen to that because that's the wolf that they're not feeding. They want to feed the wolf that supports their current belief, right? So what's the point in all this podcast? Is to give you a little bit of a shift in belief. Yeah. If I've triggered anything today, good. Good. I want to trigger because a lot of people won't like me saying this stuff. But without actually me going out there and fighting for it and just sitting back and going, well, okay, well, it's a bit like politics, isn't it, right? Yeah, I've always had the belief is that I don't watch news, I don't get involved with politics, and if I just work on my own environment, my own family, my own personal development, I will become successful, and everyone else can just fucking do what they want. Well, let me tell you guys, as you become more successful, you'll start to realize that the world isn't fair. The world is not fair. There are going to be things that you have to do. Higher increase in taxes, inflation rates, yeah, restrictions on what you can and can't do because of the country that you live in. Well, guess why the country is like that? Because people have turned their back and let fucking politicians get on with that stuff, right? Now, I on my hand up right now, I don't get involved with it, and maybe I should do more of it. Yeah, I'm just being real talk with you, ladies and gents, right now. Maybe I should do more of it, and I get criticised for it. But I'm not doing bad with the way I'm going, but I'm starting to feel the pressures of restrictions of being in, different countries, whether it be in Australia, the UK, America, India, China, Japan, wherever it is. We start to feel the restrictions of it. Why? Because people have turned their back on it. So for people that do fight for political rights, then, yeah, look, I do give you all that, best wishes for it. But I also believe the first foundation is to start working on you. You can't be an effective person that's going to change the world if you don't start working on yourself. And the people that are fighting for the different perspectives in politics, they're the stronger people that start to win as well. So either way that we like it, we've got to work on ourselves and our character. Okay? The wolf that you feed is the wolf that wins. I hope you took some gold nuggets from this. You don't have to take everything from it. Just take a few little gold nuggets, lock them in, and every episode that you listen to, lock another in, and guess what? 52 weeks in the year, I can guarantee you that if you take that gold nugget, action it, do something with it, whether you like me or dislike the thing that I've said, yeah, it will start to cause some different sorts of thinking. And guess what happens then? Different thoughts lead to different actions, which lead to different outcomes. And that outcome is you being in that 100K club. Have a great week.